And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Union Catholic Livestream UC Sports Media for today's varsity baseball game featuring your Union Catholic Vikings and the Oratory Prep Rams. I am Mr. Aranio, joined by Jack Yablonowitz this afternoon. Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
So we got not the best day for baseball. It is raining outside, got a light rain falling right now. But we're here on the turf, so we're ready to go.
I heard this was the kind of game they kind of didn't really they kind of had to get in. That's what I heard because it's varsity. They kind of had to get in this game.
Yeah, with the schedule, I mean, the regular season window is winding down, and the Vikings play tomorrow. They play Friday. They play Saturday. This is a big game for the Mountain Division of the Union County Conference as the Vikings control their own destiny in terms of winning the Mountain Division. So they need to get these games in. It is a light rain out there, but it's not bad. It's definitely playable. We're here on the turf, so we'll be able to get this game in today here at Union Catholic High School in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. So the Vikings have taken the field. Senior Nick Pellegrino is on the mound today for UC. He's taken his warm-up tosses. So let's take a look at the Union Catholic defense. So again, Nick Pellegrino is pitching today. His battery mate behind the plate is Braden Morrison. At first base is Mikey Pellegrino. At second base, Nick Anderson. Playing third base today is Noah Sosa. Playing shortstop is Greg Valoria. In left field is Josiah Sharp. In center field is Chris Wilson. And in right field is Aiden Quinn.
So Nick Pellegrino has a 4.28 ERA, and you've seen that the Union Catholic Vikings can score more than 4, which is obviously a great method of winning. But with that 4.28 ERA, anything can happen in high school baseball. So Oratory can throw some pitches down the middle, and then you're up to 10 runs, and then it's gonna be 10-4. So I think that 4 ERA is pretty good for high school baseball.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, if you give up 4 runs a game as a team in high school baseball, you have a good chance of winning. You'll definitely win more times than not. So Pellegrino is just about ready to go. Leading off for Oratory is a center fielder, Devin Mulvaney, and there's the first pitch, and it's low. So we're underway in this Mountain Division contest. That's fouled off.
Yeah, Devin Mulvaney has a 303, has a 333 average, or a 303 average, so he can get on base, and I think that's definitely something that you put in the top of your order. You want to get on base. You don't really care about how hard he hits the ball. You're kind of just going to start the train moving, so you can get that 4-hitter up, because that's how math works. You need 3 outs, so the 4th hitter will be up. I know, a bit of math.
Math lessons with Professor Yablonowitz. Count is 2-1. Goes to 3-1. On deck for Oratory is Robbie Costello, who is their third baseman. Go through the Oratory lineup in a moment. So you see a light rain falling. And there's ball 4 as that misses low.
As we talk about the first hitter, I mean, they have one of the best patiences on the team. That's what they're supposed to have. And you have your number 1 hitter, and you kind of look for them to get on base. It's not really about hitting the ball anywhere. You got to get on base with any means necessary as that first hitter. Doesn't mean that It doesn't mean that you're bad. You just got to get on the base, anything necessary, and also your speed is so good on the base paths as a first. So that just gives the pitcher more things to think about.
That ball's grounded. Oop. Sorry about that. I moved the joystick too much to the left, but Nick Anderson makes the play. As Devin Mulvaney advances to second base, so Costello is retired. That was a little bit too much on that joystick. That's why we need our tech gurus like Ryan Florick. You have to deal with me on the controls today. So that brings up Joe Loicano, One out runner on second. Breaking ball upstairs. Licano is the shortstop. Jalen Brogdon, the left fielder, is batting at a cleanup spot. He's on deck.
He hits 370, so they're kind of, loaded in their first three up with some good hitters out there.
That hits him. That's a fastball that hits him in the back. So Licano is on base. First and second, one out. So let's go through the Oratory lineup. Again, Devin Mulvaney led off. He's playing center field. Robbie Costello playing third, batting second. Joe Licano, who just got hit by the pitch, is at shortstop batting third. In the cleanup spot, Jalen Brogdon, the left fielder, batting fifth. Caden Brault, the pitcher, batting sixth. Logan Costello, the second baseman. As Pellegrino delivers, gets away. It was a breaking ball that Morrison couldn't handle, and the runners move up. Batting seventh for the Rams is Blake Duddy. He's the first baseman. Batting eighth, Thomas Albanito, who's playing right field. And batting ninth is the designated hitter, Kevin Parker, and he's hitting for the catcher, Noah Falcon. Swung on and missed. Good fastball there from Pellegrino. Count evens at 1-1. There's one out. Here in the top of the first, Oratory with runners on second and third. A walk and a hit by pitch. Infield in for the Vikings as Pellegrino gets a swing and a miss. So now with a 1-2 count, one out, this is a situation where Pellegrino would love a strikeout, get the swing and miss, try to get Brogdon to chase something out of the zone, and he gets that, a strike three swinging on a fastball that was up.
You see so many times where sometimes pitchers, even the best ones in MLB, they struggle early. Because sometimes you struggle early, sometimes you get out to hot starts and then you start struggling. But for Pellegrino, it's been a little struggle early, and then he's going to find himself later. And I feel like that's sometimes pitchers do that. And it's whatever way you can get up to your average is the best way you can do it.
There's a fastball strike from Pellegrino. That's a great point. Oftentimes it does take the pitcher a little while to settle in. A day like today, it's raining, a little wet, get your footing on the mound. Maybe you come in a bit amped up. Pellegrino got a big strike out there. If that fastball was elevated just out of the zone, that's an enticing pitch to swing at. So it was a good spot, and he got the swing and miss and the second out of the top of the first. So he's facing another lefty here, Caden Brault, the pitcher. As that fastball misses up. So big spot here early. Oratory with a chance to put a couple runs on the board with a hit. Pellegrino with a chance to get out of this inning scoreless. Misses with that pitcher, goes 3-1. Base is open. You got a right-handed hitter on deck. You can see that, the on-deck area. So maybe he's careful here with the base open to the lefty, and that misses inside. Just a second walk here in the top of the first. So the bases are loaded with two outs. That brings up the second baseman, Logan Costello.
So he's a righty, so he doesn't want to throw in the left-hander?
So normally when you have opposites, let's get this pitch and then I'll continue. And there's a swing and a miss. So when you have opposites, so you have a lefty hitter, a righty pitcher, or lefty pitcher, righty batter, the advantage goes to the batter. But when both the pitcher, that ball is hit, and it gets through, one run is in, here comes another run, throw to home, not in time, runner advance to third, runner advance to second, so that's a 2 RBI single for Logan Costello, and Oratory takes the early 2-0 lead. So a big hit there for Costello with 2 outs.
Yeah, Logan Costello, he's a 250 hitter. He's probably like at the top 3, you have 30 hitters, and you have him 25, but he can still get it done. 25 is a good average for somebody, especially at that down the order, and he's been able to square out that baseball, and it was pretty good for him to get on that baseball.
So fastball strike there to Blake Duddy, the first baseman, batting 7th for Oratory. So again, normally when the pitcher and the hitter are opposite, left, right, or right, left, the advantage is more so with the hitter, or it's more advantageous for the hitter in that situation versus when the pitcher and the hitter are either both right-handed or left-handed. So with the base open there, left-handed hitter up, you might be careful. You say, okay, we'll put the lefty on, we'll face a righty. But Costello came through with the single.
Or sometimes people, and when I watch the MLB, they probably go to the bullpen for the relievers that are lefty, so you can get the lefty.
Yeah, that's why you see them go with those matchups. I mean, top of the first.
No.
Even in major leagues, you're not doing that. So that one was hit in the right field. It was caught, so that'll retire the side. So Oratory strikes early. They scored 2 runs on the 2 RBI single by Logan Costello. They leave 2 stranded. End of 1/2 inning of play. It is Oratory Prep 2, and the Vikings coming to bat here on Union Catholic live stream, UC Sports Media. To the bottom of the first we go. Oratory with a 2-0 lead. Greg Valoria will lead off for Union Catholic. He is the shortstop. Let's go through the Vikings lineup. Go to the batting order. Batting second will be Braden Morrison, the catcher. Batting third, Chris Wilson, the center fielder. Batting cleanup is Mikey Pellegrino, the first baseman. We'll continue in a moment after this first pitch. To Greg Valoria. It's a breaking ball strike. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Adrian Rojas. He's batting for Noah Sosa, the third baseman. Batting sixth is Nick Pellegrino, the pitcher. Batting seventh, Nick Anderson, the second baseman. Count goes to 1-1. Batting eighth, Josiah Sharp, who's playing left field. And batting ninth, Aiden Quinn, who is in right field. That's lined into right. That'll be a base hit. So Valoria's on as the leadoff man, and I'll bring up Braden Morrison. So a good start there, good opposite field approach. Valoria lines it into right field.
Yeah, kind of prototypical, first hitter. You're not gonna hit it, like very, very far, but you're gonna get the ball on the grass, on the Union Catholic grass, and you're gonna get there because you're the first hitter, and you just gotta get on base. And Valoria is very good at that, and that's why he's in the one spot.
Yes, he is. He's been in the one spot for the Vikings all year and has done a nice job. He's done a good job, and that fastball misses up. So the pitcher is Caden Brault for Oratory Prep. Throws over. Valoria's back. Looks like Oratory's in gray uniforms. Vikings are in their white uniforms today. There's a fastball strike. Count evens. can see. So light rain falling. Valoria takes off, and Morrison fouls that back. So that was either a run and hit or a hit and run. Morrison had a good swing at it, fouled it pretty much straight back.
So this pitcher, Brawl, has a 6 ERA, but they have shown they can win with 13 runs. You know, you just got to get a pitcher who can kind of get some strikeouts, and they've won against State 13-3. So they can get those runs, but they just need a pitcher to stay afloat. And 6 is fine. If they just need to trust their bats out there in high school baseball. You got to trust them because they've won 13-3, 9-2. Those are big time. You know, hitting. Those are big time. Those are big time games for their hitting, and if they can do that today, then they're going to be in a great shape.
That ball's ground to the third. Throw to second is in time, so Oratory gets the force out. Valoria's retired. Morrison reaches base on the force, and he'll be run for by the courtesy runner Ryan Jonquilia. Brian McCabe will be the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Nick Pellegrino. So 1 out. Chris Wilson, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Chris is a junior for Union Catholic. Throw over. It's not really a cold day.
No.
It's rainy. It's not. Throw to second base, and Jonquilia is in there with the stolen base. So head for a slide, and he makes it in there. So the Vikings have a runner in scoring position. Yeah, the rain will be a factor, but it's not a real chilly day. I wouldn't say it's real warm, but it's not a chilly afternoon.
Chris Wilson up with a 3.27 ERA. 3.27 average, so he can really get on base for this Union Catholic team, and they need it right now with the guy on second.
So fastball strike count goes to 0-2. Oratory with a 2-0 advantage here in the bottom of the first. Breaking ball misses. It's a good 0-2 pitch. Caden Brault pitching for the Rams today. The right-hander. 1 out in the bottom of the first. That fastball is away, and the ball gets away towards the Vikings dugout. Jonquilia is going to advance to third base, so that goes a pass ball.
And you fought back in this count, so now maybe you'll look at one of those pitches that are maybe up the middle by Brault that he's going to throw right at the middle, because he probably got 2 good pitches to swing at, but they just didn't.
And that's ball 4. So Wilson's aboard. Vikings have runners at the corners with 1 out. That'll bring up Mikey Pellegrino, the first baseman, batting out of the cleanup spot for Union Catholic. So Vikings with a chance here to strike back after Oratory scored 2 in the top of the first. Throw over. Wilson is back safely. We'll see if Coach Coletti has Wilson in motion. Throw gets away. Run's going to score. Wilson goes to second. John Keelia scores, and it's now 2-1 Oratory. So Brault has been very concerned with the runners. That one gets away, and the Vikings score as a result. So a tying run is on second base. Brault steps off. That's ripped foul. Hit off the fence and came back to the pitcher. Don't see that too often. And Brault will get a new baseball. Vikings defeated Linden yesterday 14-1 on the road. They're now 11-8. They've won their last two. They had the big win over Elizabeth at TD Bank Ballpark, home of the Somerset Patriots last Thursday. Wilson takes off, and he's going to get into third base easily. So he stole on a good pitch to be in motion, a breaking ball, and he takes third base quite easily. No throw from the catcher. So the Vikings defeated Elizabeth last week 4-3 in 8 innings, so went extras at TD Bank Ballpark, home of the Somerset Patriots. That was a big win for the Mountain Division standings. Again, the Vikings controlling their own destiny in the division. Brault comes set. And that hits Pellegrino, so he's on board. Hit him with a breaking ball. So Vikings have runners at the corners, and Adrian Rojas, a designated hitter and senior, will come to the plate for UC. This is the second matchup of the season for these two teams back on April 16th at Oratory. The Vikings were victorious 1-0, so quite a pitcher's duel.
We already eclipsed more runs today through like 2 innings. 2-0 already. And
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah. And that throw gets away, and that's going to tie the game. Wilson scores. Pellegrino's off to third. Mikey Pellegrino's going to be in there. So another pickoff attempt that gets past the first baseman, and this time another run scores, and Mikey Pellegrino gets to third base. And we'll have a mound conference for Oratory as Rojas will go talk to Coach Coletti and Mikey Pellegrino. So scores now tied at 2. And yeah, we have more runs in the first inning, 3 more than were scored in the whole game between Union Catholic and Oratory Prep on the 16th of April. Rojas up at the plate for UC. Runner on third, 1 out. That's a fastball, misses outside.
Yeah, and you know who pitched in this game? Caden Brault. He pitched in the game where they won 1-0 on April 16th.
That breaking ball bounces, gets back to the backstop. Mikey Pellegrino is going to score on the wild pitch, and the Vikings lead 3-2. Yeah, coaches have different philosophies on that. Some coaches say, well, I don't want to throw the same pitcher against a team for the second time, but 1-0 game.
It looked like he came in relief.
Oh, he came in relief?
Yeah, but like he had 48 pitches though. So
okay.
Like,
Yeah, so again, some coaches say, well, I don't want to throw the same pitcher again against the same opponent, but Brault, I'm assuming, pitched well. It was a 1-0 game, so
Yes.
Oratory coach figures we'll bring him back. If it worked the first time, let's try it again the second time. So Rojas walks, and that brings up Nick Pellegrino, the senior, and the pitcher for the Vikings. That's fouled back. Nick Anderson on deck. Vikings with the 3-2 lead. That one's up the middle, a base hit. Rojas will stop at second. That ball hit hard by Pellegrino. So the Vikings keep the line moving. And the second baseman, the junior, Nick Anderson, will come to the plate. Swung on and missed. Aggressive swing there by Anderson. He's ready to go. Rojas on second. And that misses, count evens at 1-1. Pellegrino on first. That's foul back. Josiah Sharp on deck. The 1-2. Strike three. Fastball got him looking. The catcher thought there were 3 outs. He rolled the ball back to the mound, but there's 2 outs. So Anderson is retired. Sharp comes to the plate. The junior left fielder for UC. 2 outs. First and second. Aiden Quinn on deck. The 1-0. Gets away. Rojas and Pellegrino will advance. Actually, Brian McCabe is running for Pellegrino. He's the courtesy runner. So 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. These are the big spots in the game. You scored 3. You lead by 1, but here's a chance to expand your lead to 3. If you get a single, it probably will score 2. 2-1 count on Sharp. Rain falls here at Union Catholic. That's ripped. That's a base hit. It falls. Rojas scores. Here comes McCabe. He will score a big 2-out RBI single for Josiah Sharp. And the Vikings take a 5-2 lead. Those are the big hits, Jack. Runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Those make-or-break games, that's a big hit.
Found a pitch he liked. He laid off his sub, but he found a pitch that he wanted to drive, and it was pretty well driven. He kind of knew the situation second and third. We don't need to go overswing. We can just get it on the grass. I said for Valoria what he did. Kind of similar, but did a different place.
Sharp takes off. He's in there. So another runner in scoring position. You said it. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't overswing. It's a good approach. You're being aggressive. You're looking for a pitch to hit. He got one, took a good swing on it, squared it up, 2-run score. There's a fastball strike. You love that as a coach. I know Coach Coletti is very pleased right now. That type of execution is what wins ball games. Pitch to Quinn is upstairs, so 2-1. Vikings with the 3-run advantage, trying to keep this bottom of the first going.
As much as the coach likes it, and because they execute it, they practice it, so he feels like it's definitely came to fruition in this game.
Sharp takes off. He's in there, so another stolen base. The Vikings have been very aggressive in this bottom of the first, and it has paid off. Brault comes set. That misses. 3-1 count. No, it's ball 4. So Quinn walks. So the Vikings have batted around on the top of the order, Greg Valoria, who singled to right to get things started. Runners at the corners. I'm going to say that Coach Coletti continues to be aggressive and put Quinn in motion. I'm going to say he goes first pitch. No, I was wrong. I'm going to say it goes second pitch. What do you think, Jack?
I think he's probably going to go early because you want to get it out of the hitter's mind so the hitter can pay attention on the pitcher.
There he goes. No throw. Quinn is in there.
You want to do that stuff early, definitely. You definitely don't want to do that stuff later in the counts. We're like, oh, it's 3-2. I need to focus on the pitcher, but my teammate is moving. He's moving on the base, but it's 3-2. No, you don't want to do that. It could be 1-0. It's more free. You can take a pitch, and it doesn't really affect the batter.
So another 2-out runners in scoring position situation. So again, it's a situation where you can expand the lead. You're up 3 now. Base hit here, you probably scored 2, and you take a 5-run lead. You want to keep scoring runs. We're in the first inning. So there's a long way to go. So again, there's another big spot.
Yeah, I mean, again, Oratory got 2 runs, so it's not like they're not going to score. So you got to try to pad on.
And Valoria walks, so the bases are now loaded. That'll bring up Braden Morrison, the catcher. And if you're Oratory, it's been a frustrating bottom of the first, but you scored 2 in the top of the first. You're down 3. There's plenty of game left. You've got to bear down here and get out of this. So if you're Brault, things have not gone your way, but this is a big spot here. You can get it out, no more runs scored. You go back to the dugout and say, hey, we got a lot of game left. And Brault gets a fastball strike. If you're the Vikings, I mean, you love to drive some runs in here. Single should score you 2, extra base hit. You're looking at clearing the bases.
It felt like you had such a great first inning for Union Catholic, but if they miss this and they don't get a hit here, you're only up by 3. So it's like They've scored 2 runs. Oh, we had such a good bottom of the first, but we're only up by 3. So it's like kind of in every single sport, you're only up by 10, but you had such a good first quarter. So it's like you want this game to be a 20-point game, but it's not, and you give the other team a chance.
I know you're talking basketball now.
Yeah. I'm giving an analogy.
That was good. Jack is thrilled about the Knicks.
Yes. I think
Big convincing win last night at the Garden.
Everyone's thrilled.
Well, not if you're a Pacers fan.
I mean, I don't think people from Indiana are watching this.
I don't know. They got a good fan base.
I mean, I don't know.
That misses. That gets away. Here comes a run. Sharp's going to score. The other runners advance. The second and third, it's now 6-2. That's fouled off. 2 strikes on Morrison.
Let's see how kind of broad adjust. Even though, yeah, you don't want to get to the top of the order this fast again, but this is where you make adjustments.
That gets away. Quinn will score. It's now 7-2. As Valoria advances to third. So there's been wild pitches. It was a pass ball in this inning. A few pickoff attempts that were thrown away, so the Vikings will certainly take it. The Vikings have also contributed to this with some big hits.
Yes. But it's like...
And stolen bases.
Yeah, but Brock kind of wants him to chase, but he also threw the ball down the middle, and they got big hits from Sharp. So
that one is the second. Throw to first is in time, but a big bottom of the first for the Vikings. They score 7. End of 1. It's UC 7, Oratory 2 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the second, Vikings leading Oratory 7-2. And there's a strike as Pellegrino gets a strikeout to begin the top of the second. Vikings will be home again tomorrow. They're playing Dayton. That game was supposed to be away, but it was moved here to Union Catholic. That'll be a 4 p.m. start tomorrow. Another big Mountain Division matchup. So Vikings lost to Dayton the first time around here at Union Catholic. They'll look to even up the season series. That fastball misses. So Oratory is at the bottom of the order now. Noah Falcon, the catcher. Kevin Parker led off the inning. He's the designated hitter. Pellegrino delivers, and that pitch misses according to the home plate umpire. For you know, Vikings will be home again on Friday as well, as that was actually ball 4. So Noah Falcon is aboard. Top of the order, Devin Mulvaney is now up for the Rams. He's the center fielder. So Friday the Vikings will be home against Brearley. They're another Mountain Division opponent. The Bears out of Kenilworth. Dayton tomorrow, coming from Springfield. And then Saturday, the Vikings are on the road. They have a Saturday night game, 7 p.m. start at Metuchen. That one's hit. And it's caught. Nice catch there over the shoulder by Nick Anderson. So he caught that over his shoulder, a backhanded play. That was a nice play. Took a good route to the ball. And that's the second out here in the top of the second as Robbie Costello, the third baseman, comes to the plate for Oratory Prep. Blocked nicely there.
Costello hits 423. Robbie Costello hits 4 because there's two. Hits 423. So 2 outs, man on first. Very good guy to have by his average.
Runner takes off. Morrison doesn't throw. So Oratory has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs as they try to creep back into this ball game. That ball's grounded, hits the batter in the batter's box. Looked like it probably hit him in the foot, maybe the leg. As Robbie Costello will walk it off. Vikings with the 7-2 advantage. There's a strike from Pellegrino as Costello couldn't hold up. Two outs, top of the second. Vikings lead 7-2. That's grounded to second. Anderson field throws to first in time. Nice play by Nick Anderson. He had an excellent defensive inning for Union Catholic. So Oratory leaves one runner stranded. They don't score in the top of the second. End of an inning and a half. It's UC 7. Oratory 2 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. To the bottom of the second, the Vikings with a 7-2 lead over Oratory as Oratory has a new pitcher Robbie Costello. He was previously playing third base. Chris Wilson leads off for Union Catholic. Three, 4, 5 for the Vikings in the bottom half of the second inning. Mikey Pellegrino's on deck. Adrian Rojas is in the hole. That misses low. Outside. And that's a 4-pitch walk, so Wilson is on board to lead off the bottom of the second. Mikey Pellegrino steps into the right-handed batter's box. Looked like Wilson at least bluffed going to second. Let's see if he takes off here. There he goes. Throw to second. Not nearly in time, so stolen base for Chris Wilson as the Vikings continue to be aggressive on the base paths.
New pitchers got to try to wreak as much havoc to him as possible. He just came in, trying to make him think, and I think he put himself in that position by walking the first batter, but you got to make him think. You got to make him be like, oh, is he going to steal? Or maybe I got to look. No. And you mess with a pitch, or maybe you throw something down the middle. It's just all chess games here with the new pitcher out there.
Costello looks to second, steps off. Vikings with the 7-2 lead. That one's hit. And it drops in. It drops in. Wilson gets to third. Pellegrino into second base. So the Vikings are in business again, second and third. Nobody out, and that'll go as a double for Mikey Pellegrino. Adrian Rojas comes to the plate, the designated hitter, the senior for UC. That's bounced. Good backhand play by the catcher, Noah Falcon. Outside. Outside again, count goes to 3-0.
I'm going to give Union Catholic some credit here on their batting. You know, there's some pitches that are outside from both pitchers, Brawl and the pitcher now, but they've been able to stay and have a good eye on those pitches and not swing at those.
Yeah, they've been patient.
Yes.
Good approaches from the Vikings. They're patient. They get a pitch to hit. They attack. They've had some big hits here early on. That ball gets away. No advance. So Rojas walks. But you're right. The Vikings have been patient. A lot of walks. But they'll take them. They'll take the base runners. Get a pitch to hit. You're ready to swing. You're always thinking swing. And then if you get your pitch, you attack. The Vikings have done that.
The If they're gonna walk you, just let them walk you. If you're in Catholic, you don't need to go swing at something that's high. That's what they're trying to do. As much as maybe you might think, oh, the guy is just throwing it way too high because he lost control. Maybe that's what he wants to do. And Union Catholic did a great job with their patience.
Yeah, like there, that pitch is up. That pitch is clearly up, but Pellegrino laid off of it. I mean, sometimes those pitches up, they're enticing to swing at. But you be patient, get good pitches to hit. As that one, not sure if the umpire called a strike. Scoreboard says it was a strike. That one misses. But regardless, that was a good take by Pellegrino. Pitch lower in the zone. It's early in the count. So you take that one. And that's another good take. I mean, that's an enticing pitch there, Jack. Like that pitch is elevated. It's up out of the zone, but it's one of those you see it come in and it looks good to hit. But you swing at it, you're not going to do much with it. So that's a good, patient take. And now Pellegrino will be ready to attack here.
Now, as good as a hitter Pellegrino is, you got as much as you might be good, you got to still be able to take some pitches, and you can't be swinging outside the zone.
He rips that one. And it was caught. So that ball was hit hard. So that's a good swing. I mean, sometimes it's at the defense. They make a play. So that ball looked like it was hit hard. It's a good swing and a good approach. But Pellegrino's retired.
I mean, that's one that you have to swing at. But, as good a hitters are as Pellegrino is, you're going to have to take the pitches, and they're going to want you to swing outside. But he took one with him that the pitcher had to throw.
So that one was caught, but that's going to be a sac fly for Nick Anderson. So run scores. The other two runners advance to second and third. Good job there tagging up. So the Vikings now take an 8-2 lead. So productive out there for Nick Anderson as he gets the sac fly. Good job by Adrian Rojas tagging going from first to second. You don't see that too often, particularly in high school baseball. So that's a good read. Good job to tag and advance to second base. Josiah Sharp comes up with 2 outs. He came through with 2 outs, runners at second and third. In the bottom of the first, it was 3-2. He got 2 RBIs on a single, made it 5-2. It was a big hit, big spot in the game early on. That ball's fouled off. Good swing. So you got a pitch hit there. Just fouled it back. 8-2 Union Catholic. There's a breaking ball, drops in. Fouled off. So now Josiah will look to fight with 2, protect the plate. The umpires will converge here. Two strikes on Josiah Sharp. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. That's a breaking ball that misses inside, so count goes full. Base open. Aiden Quinn on deck. That pitch is grounded to third. Throw across is in time. That retires aside. So the Vikings do score here in the bottom of the second. They score one. End of two. It's UC 8, Oratory 2 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the third, Vikings with an 8-2 lead over Oratory. Pellegrino delivers. He hits the first batter. That's a hit by pitch as Joe Locano, the shortstop, will take first base. That'll bring up Jalen Brogdon, the left fielder. That swung on and missed. That one's in foul territory. And it was caught. So it was caught by the Vikings, so that's the first out of the top of the third. That brings up Caden Brault, who started the game as the pitcher. One on, one out. Vikings with an 8-2 lead. Top of the third. That's fouled back. And Vikings come in at 11-8. They've won their last two. Wins against Elizabeth and Linden. Dayton on the horizon tomorrow. Again, a home game against Dayton tomorrow. That was originally supposed to be on the road. Moved here to Union Catholic. 4 p.m. start. Friday, 4 p.m. home against Brearley, and Saturday night at Metuchen, 7 p.m. start. Runner takes off. It's bounce, no throw, so stolen base for Joe Locano. That's fouled off. Good swings by Brault. Logan Costello on deck for the Rams. That breaking ball misses. Bent around the plate. Grounded foul. That pitch misses, so it's ball 4 to Caden Brault. So first and second, 1 out for Oratory, and that brings up Logan Costello. So Oratory looked to creep back in this game. They trail 8-2. They went ahead with 2 runs in the top of the first, but then the Vikings responded with 7 in the bottom of the first and then 1 in the bottom of the second. So we stand at 8-2 Union Catholic. Foul back. Good swing by Logan Costello. That one's bounced. Breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Good fastball there by Pellegrino. Fouled away. And there's a breaking ball for strike 3. Nice pitch there by Pellegrino for the second out. So he gets Costello looking. That was a nice pitch. First and second, 2 outs for Oratory. Brings up Blake Duddy. He started the game at first base. Inside move from Pellegrino to keep the runner at second close. That fastball misses up. Maybe away as well. Breaking ball upstairs. What do you think, Jack?
2-2 count.
Swung on a miss. The count goes to 2-1.
Oh, I was looking
Hey, you're
at the
looking at the
outs.
outs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2 outs.
I think it's time for. I mean, he already did it, but I think, when it's 2-0, you gotta take a pitch, and it was kind of up the middle. He just kind of was. His timing was off a little bit.
Runner takes off. Morrison throws. That gets away. Runner's going to score. The other runner goes to third. It's now 8-3 Union Catholic. So even though they were down 6 runs, Oratory plays it aggressive, and it pays off. They get a run. It's now 8-3. And Jack, it's early. It's top of the third. You chip away. This game's far from over. So Oratory being aggressive pays off. Now they got a runner at third with 2 outs. Now they got a runner at first and third. Runners to the corners as Duddy walks. So Albenito comes to the plate batting at the 8th spot. So another big spot in this game. Vikings with a 5-run lead, but if Oratory could get a couple more on the board here, they creep back in it. Again, we're only in the top of the third.
If they can get this guy from first home, they'll be feeling good. I think 2 outs. You would think that maybe it might be very difficult to get that guy from first home with 2 outs, but if they do, I think they're in a great spot.
Yeah, I mean, if they score 2 runs, they'd be feeling a lot better. You cut it to 8-5, as we stand at 8-3 now. But if you get this run in here, you get a base hit, you keep the line moving.
If they can just stay in it, I mean, around 3 runs.
There's a fastball strike for Pellegrino. So Thomas Albenito, who started the game in right field, is up for Oratory. Runner takes off. Morrison fakes the throw to second base. So now it's second and third for Oratory. So here, single probably scores 2. So big spot for Oratory. Pellegrino looking to bear down here and get out of this inning with only 1 run in for Oratory. That pitch is hit foul. So 2 outs. Pellegrino delivers. Swing and a miss. Ball bounces. Morrison throws to first in time. That retires the side. Oratory scores 1. They leave 2 stranded and a 2.5. Union Catholic 8, Oratory 3 on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Bottom of the third, Vikings with an 8-3 lead. Aiden Quinn leading off for Union Catholic. Robbie Costello on the mound for Oratory. Swung on a missed. One away. Greg Valoria comes up for Union Catholic, the leadoff hitter, shortstop. Greg, a sophomore. And Laurie hits his second base, and the out is recorded, so it's 2 away. Brings up Braden Morrison, the freshman catcher for Union Catholic.
Is it the bottom of the third or the fourth?
Third inning. That pitch misses. Count 2-0 on Morrison.
This is where Morrison might get a pitch to hit. He's a very good hitter. See if he can take one.
He does get a pitch to hit, swings and misses. Good swing, though. It's 2-0. You're told as a hitter, don't be afraid to swing and miss with less than 2 strikes. Obviously, 2 strikes, you got to stay alive. But less than 2 strikes, take an aggressive swing. You swing through it. You go to the next pitch. He fouls that one off. Another good aggressive swing. So now 2 strikes. Now you change your approach. You're protecting. You're fighting. Two outs. Bottom of the third. Vikings with an 8-3 lead. Catcher sets up inside. Pitch. Misses away. A little bit low, too. Chris Wilson on deck. That's hit up the middle. And the play's going to be made. Nice catch there.
Very nice catch, diving on the turf.
Yeah, nice sliding catch. So the Vikings go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third, end of 3. It's Union Catholic 8, Oratory Prep 3 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the fourth, Vikings with an 8-3 lead over the Rams. Could be a football game, the Minnesota Vikings and Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
I don't know about 8-3 being a football score. I guess a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Pellegrino delivers upstairs and in. 9-1-2 for Oratory here in the top of the fourth. Noah Falcon leads off. Swung on and missed.
It looks like from here they're taking some good swings. That when they are taking the swings, it looks like they're about to hit it.
That's grounded foul, third base side.
When I mean they're about to hit it, it feels like they're right on it. Like, it might be a little high, but they are going to be right on it. And it feels like, oh, they didn't hit that? So that's very good for an observer to think that. Because there's a swing that's just good pitches.
Breaking ball swung on and hit into center field. Diving attempt gets by. Runners are going to round second and stop there. So a good attempt there by Chris Wilson on the dive. It got by him. It was backed up. Backed up nicely by Aiden Quinn. So a double. So Noah Falcon with the double to lead off the top of the fourth, and Devin Mulvaney comes in to play top of the order for Oratory. Oratory scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Vikings scored 7 in the first, 1 in the second. We stand at 8-3 Union Catholic. There's a fastball strike from Pellegrino.
Great inside fastball there. What I saw was a little bit inside, and it was great. It was something that you had to take, but again, it's in the strike zone, so you have to make a decision, but you're not getting struck out, so it was not a protect situation.
Fouled off.
Pellegrino's done a good job elevating his fastball. So, because if it was just a little bit down, I feel like that ball was going to the outfield. But he's done a great job of those type of contact, of just fouls, and also, just the timing being off of the hitters. He has kept them off balance, kept them off timing. So when I'm looking here, it's like Pellegrino's been keeping them off.
Time was called. Late timeout, but granted by the home plate umpire. No outs, top of the fourth.
Now this is where you kind of have to execute here. If you're, you have to execute here with the man on second.
That's upstairs, so it's a walk. Devin Mulvaney on base, so first and second, nobody out for Oratory. Brings up Robbie Costello, the pitcher. Here comes Coach Coletti to talk with Pellegrino and the rest of the infield.
They're talking to him because it's a big time. It's a big time situation. First and second, it's big time. Especially with them being like 8-3. This game could be close in a second. It's not close right now necessarily, but once it gets 8-5, 8-6, it starts becoming one of those games that people start tuning into. 8-3, it's a blowout, but once you get that one hit in, which is baseball, I think that's pretty cool about baseball. It's slower scoring, so you can get one hit in and then 2 people score, and it's now not a blowout game anymore. So that's a good thing here, and that's why it's such a big time uh, big time moment
Situation.
here in the game.
Yeah. It's a 5-run game, but there's plenty of game left. Pellegrino delivers to Costello, and there's a fastball strike. So important for Pellegrino to get ahead, and he does.
It's just been like they don't know what's happening with that fastball. I feel like they're laying off a lot of these fastballs, like they're expecting another pitch, and then you just don't see it and they get frozen.
Breaking ball bounces. Morrison keeps it in front.
So that's another thing. He's done a great job mixing up and getting them to freeze on those fastballs. Be like, whoa, that's a fastball? I thought I was expecting a breaking ball, but you just kind of freeze and then it's just like a snap of the finger and the ball's out of the hand, so you can't really make the decision once you freeze.
2-1 count. Time's called. That misses, so it goes 3-1. So a good hitters count here for Costello.
Great catch there by Morrison. I know that could have easily been over the backstop. But you've seen on the other side where the ball has gone over the backstop and scored some runs. So that's why, as much as it's just a little detail, look, I've seen some times where Oratory has let the ball go behind the backstop and has scored Union Catholic some runs, which kind of helped them get to the 8-3 run.
So that's a walk. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. Oratory has a real chance to get back in this game, and here comes Coach Coletti. That's going to end the day for Pellegrino as a pitcher, as it's the second mound visit of the inning, so he has to take him out. So we'll see who Coach Coletti brings into the game to pitch. I'm going to zoom in here. And it's Matthew Weddle, the senior right-hander. So Weddle will take his warm-up pitches. Again, bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the fourth, Vikings with an 8-3 lead over Oratory. We'll be back in a moment here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the fourth, bases loaded, nobody out. Matthew Weddle in relief of Nick Pellegrino. Joe Locano. Locano. I hope I'm saying it right. I might not be. I apologize.
Big time situation to put a kind of relief guy who just came in the game. He might start some games, but right now he's a relief guy and just came right in the game. So it's kind of the same thing. As much as he might start some games, he's kind of throwing the fire here. So it's kind of situation for him. He has a very good ERA, under 1, and I mean a senior, well polished, and he definitely has been in some situations before, which, you know, as my comment of just being in a throwing the fire situation, so he kind of knows what to do.
Swing and a miss. Absolutely, Weddle has been terrific for the Vikings. I mean, he's contributed as a pitcher the last 3 years. Done a really good job. Whatever they've needed, a lot of relief appearances, but some starts as well, like you said. He attacks the strike zone. He just throws strikes. Has been very effective. Big part of the Vikings pitching staff.
Yeah, they say he's a utility guy, which is like anything you need. As you said, you need hitting, you need pitching, and pitching. I mean, he does a pretty darn good job pitching. So that's why they put him there. But he can do really anything for his Green Catholic team, and it's great to have that on your baseball team.
Looked like a breaking ball that got away. So count goes to 2-2. Top of the fourth, Vikings with the 8-3 lead. Bases loaded, nobody out. It's popped up. That's going to be the infield fly rule. And the catch is made by Nick Anderson, so there's one away.
Best case scenario, other than a strikeout, of course. Just it's a fly out, but it's not anywhere near, so they can tag it up. But great pitch and knew what was going to happen. That's the pitchers do. I mean, they know what kind of contact they're going to get off their pitches. And Matthew Weddle's been there and done that, so he knows what kind of contact he's going to get off his pitches.
Brings up Jalen Brogdon batting from the left side. Time is called again late. That's the second time that has happened. The umpire doesn't have to grant time. That fastball just misses.
So the umpire doesn't. I've seen some players, they will be like called time, but then they swing, so you don't have to grant them, right?
You don't, especially when it's late like that. You want to avoid granting it that late. You can get the pitcher hurt. It's kind of a reaction to the umpire. I get it. Somebody calls time. You give them time, but you don't have to. And again, if it's late, you really shouldn't grant it.
I'm just asking a question about, like, how would the pitcher get hurt from that?
Well, because if you're in your emotion and
you just don't want to throw another pitch, right? That you don't need to throw. I mean,
there's a strike. If you're in your emotion and you're ready to deliver, the pitching delivery is a violent delivery. I mean, you're bringing a lot of force to the plate. So if there's a late timeout and you hold up, you know, when you're delivering with that force to the plate and then you slow up, you risk injury. Yeah, because again, it's a violent delivery if you're doing it right as a pitcher. So to have time called and then you stop that violent delivery and you ease it up, it does risk injury. It happened again. I mean, that's the third time. But see, Weddle did the right thing. He just continued on with the pitch. You don't want to stop. But that's the third time that's happened.
But you also don't want to hit anybody, but he did a good job.
And there's ball 4. And it upsets the pitcher's rhythm, too. And I know that's why the batter's calling timeout, but you just can't grant timeout that late. And it's happened 3 times now. So that forces in a run. So now it's bases loaded, 1 out. Vikings have an 8-4 lead. So that brings up Caden Brault. That one's bounced. As you can see, the rain falling here at Union Catholic. Looks like it's picked up. Yeah, I wonder if the conditions are affecting the pitchers. Both the mound, the ball gets slick. I would imagine it's a factor today.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's rained that hard today, and it looked like it almost maybe the stop. There's a very light rain or drizzle before, but it looks like it's picked up. It's tough to tell on the monitor how intense the rain is. (8-4) UC. Oratory creeping back in this game, and that misses upstairs. So now it's 8-5. That's the second consecutive RBI walk.
I feel like you want them to earn it. They haven't really hit anything really anything. You've just given them walks, and I feel like you gotta try to test them one time. And I know it could be really scary to be like, oh, let's throw it up the middle, 3 men on base. What could happen? But you're just giving them free passes, so you have to try and see what you can get from there. But 3-0, maybe he wants to face a different batter, though.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Logan Costello up for the Rams. That pitch misses low.
Give credit where credit's due. The Oratory has taken some pitches that, even though it might end up like that, it could have been looked like it was in the strike zone for the hitter, and he's been able to recognize the pitch right at the hand, and that's something that batters struggle with. But even at the highest level, some batters struggle with that at points, just when you're slumping. But it looks like this team kind of can definitely feel what's coming out of the hand of the pitcher, and that's something that, gets you back in games like this. You can rely on to get you back in games like this. And I've already said at the beginning that they have scored over 10 runs in the game they won is because they just have discipline at the plate.
That's a nice breaking ball there from Matthew Weddle. So the strikeout is the second out of the inning. Bases loaded. 8-5 Union Catholic. Another big spot in this game. We're in the middle innings. One misses, breaking ball outside. Played nicely by Morrison. Blake Duddy is up for Oratory, batting out of the 7 spot. Outside. Vikings will have 3, 4, 5 in the bottom of the 4th as they look to get out of this top of the 4th with no further damage done, no more runs scored by the Rams. Rams have 2 runs so far in this inning. As that one misses, the umpire put his hand up late, so I think it's a strike. Yeah. Foul back.
Big pitch here.
So I believe the count evens at 2-2.
Yes, big pitch here. I mean, we'll see if Weddle wants to go outside with this one, because now in your hitter's mind you have to protect. I mean, you might, as you will protect, you'll extend your strike zone, but maybe you might extend it a little bit too far, and you go after a ball you shouldn't have. or maybe just challenges it.
Time is called. This is something you can't do in Major League Baseball. These timeouts, you get one timeout per at bat now.
Did they change that recently?
Last year,
Okay.
and that misses.
They changed everything like a few years.
Yeah, they got the game to speed up. Pitch clock, limiting how many timeouts a batter could take, limiting the amount of pickoffs. That ball's hit up the middle, a base hit. One run's going to score. Here comes another run. Throw goes to third, and that throw is in time. I believe the second run scored there. I believe that run across the plate before the out was recorded third, but that will be the third out of the inning. Oratory does score 4 at the end of 3.5. Here at Union Catholic, it's the Vikings 8, Oratory 7 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Bottom of the fourth, Vikings lead 8-7. Chris Wilson leads off 3-4-5 for Union Catholic. First pitch misses. Wilson, Mikey Pellegrino, and Adrian Rojas this inning. There's a strike. That one is a strike. 1-2. Costello on the mound. This is third inning of work for Oratory. Fouled off by Wilson. Ground ball foul. That one's out of play. Bottom of the fourth, Vikings 8, Rams 7. Union Catholic versus Oratory Prep. Mountain Division baseball. That swung on and hit for a base hit. Drops in. Wilson's going to go to second, and he's going to be in there with a leadoff double. Chris Wilson lines one in a right center. He leads off with a double for the Vikings.
Good job taking a high pitch. Did a great job squaring that pitch up.
Sure did.
To 2-2 count, squared some, spit on some pitches, swang on some and missed. But again, he's been able to stay in these counts. Union Catholic's been able to stay in these counts and square the ball up very well.
Hey, that was a good swing going with it, hitting the right center, driving the ball. So a double for Wilson. Here's Mikey Pellegrino. Pickoff attempt. Oratory scored 4 in the top of the fourth. They've closed it to 8-7. Vikings looking to strike back and expand their one-run lead. Mikey Pellegrino, the first baseman and sophomore. There's a pickoff attempt. Wilson's back. You can see they're concerned about Wilson. He has stolen some bases today. The Vikings have several steals on the day. Wilson with a good lead. That pitch is upstairs. That's grounded, base hit. So Pellegrino aboard. It's first and third. Nobody out for the Vikings. So the Vikings in business here in the bottom of the fourth. That brings up Adrian Rojas, the senior designated hitter.
Big time at bat after giving up some runs last inning. You're gonna try to get them back. You have to try to get them back and try to get yourself some breathing room in this game, if there's any.
Yeah, we've gone back and forth. They played a 1-0 game the first time they met. Union Catholic and Oratory. Vikings were victorious. And here we have an 8-7 game. Very different ball games. That was a one-run game. Right now it's a one-run game.
But again, both are competitive because these are two teams that want to compete. And these are two teams that are very patient in the box.
That's fouled off. It's always competitive in the Mountain Division every year.
Yeah.
Vikings control their own destiny to win the division. That one's grounded. It's through a base hit for Rojas. Wilson scores an RBI single for Adrian Rojas, and the Vikings take a 9-7 lead. So good at bats to the Vikings here in the bottom of the fourth. Wilson, Pellegrino, and Rojas. That brings up Nick Pellegrino. That one's hit. It was caught. So that ball was caught. It looked like it was hit well by Pellegrino, but it is caught for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Nick Anderson. Bunt. Runner takes off. Throw is in time. That throw is in time, so there's 2 outs. Rojas gets to second base. That's a big out for Oratory to record. The Vikings keep being aggressive. They've been very successful, but the out there is recorded. Vikings with the 9-7 lead, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Anderson at the plate. He takes a strike. Off-speed pitch misses. So again, the Vikings play Dayton tomorrow here at home. That game is supposed to be away. Now it's home. Vikings lost to Dayton earlier in the year here at UC. They look to even up the season series. That one is skied out of play over the Vikings dugout.
Someone's going to get the ball in the woods. Someone's going to find that one.
Brearley comes here on Friday to face the Vikings. And that swung on a miss. That retires a side. So Vikings score 1. End of 4. It's Vikings 9, Rams 7 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the fifth, Vikings with a 9-7 lead. Oratory has a runner on first, nobody out. There's a strike from Matt Weddle. Kevin Parker, the designated hitter. That's grounded foul. That dropped in. Throw. They get a force out, so the ball dropped in. The runner wasn't sure, and then the runner went back towards first. The umpire said the ball dropped in. So a force out at second base. So the Vikings get the first out of the inning. And so it dropped in there. The umpire emphatically signaled that it dropped in, and the runner was not sure, and then went back towards first. Throw comes in, and the Vikings get a force. Runner takes off. Morrison's throw, not in time. That's ripped foul. Pitch is skied right side. And it's caught. Nice catch there by Aiden Quinn to retire the side. So end of 4.5. It's the Vikings 9 and the Rams 7 here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Bottom of the fifth. Vikings lead 9-7. Josiah Sharp leads off for UC. Costello back on the mound for Oratory. That ball's grounded foul. Vikings looking to get their 12th victory of the season. They come in at 11-8. Coming off a 14-1 victory at Linden yesterday. That is grounded foul. Ground ball. Throw across in time, one away. It goes 5-3. Sharp is retired. That brings up Aiden Quinn. Pitch to Quinn. Grounded foul. Hit the short. Throw across. In time, 2 away. Look at a 5-3 and a 6-3. 2 ground balls to start the bottom of the fifth. Brings up the top of the order, Greg Valoria, the shortstop. Vikings lead 9-7. Fastball outside. Fouled off. Ground to the third, throw across in time. That retires a side. So the Vikings go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the fifth. End of 5, Union Catholic 9, Oratory Prep 7 on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the sixth, Matt Weddle back on the mound for the Vikings. He delivers a ball to start the inning. Weddle in relief of Nick Pellegrino. And that one's upstairs. And that hits the batter. So leadoff runner is on for Oratory. As Coach Coletti will come out and take the ball from Matthew Weddle, we'll have a pitching change. As Alvarez will come in and pitch for the Vikings. We'll be back in just a moment here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Santiago Alvarez pitching for the Vikings. He delivers a ball. Runner on first. Nobody out. 9-7 Vikings, top of the 6th. There's a strike. Breaking ball strike from Alvarez. Alvarez, the junior for the Vikings. Runner takes off. Morrison's throw is in time. One away. Good catch and throw by Braden Morrison. Right on the money to second base. Tag applied. And that's the first out of the top of the 6th. Ground ball to first. Play is made, 3 unassisted, 2 away. Brings up Caden Brault. Batting out of the 5 spot for Oratory. Breaking ball is a strike from Alvarez. So big throw there for Braden Morrison. A great job catch and release. Throw right on the money. Alvarez working out of the stretch. Fouled off. Breaking ball misses. Grounded. Out of play, first base side. Two outs, top of the 6th. That's ball 4. That one's lined, and it's caught by Nick Anderson. That retires the side. So Oratory does not score in the top of the sixth. They leave one runner stranded. End of 5.5. It's Union Catholic 9, Oratory 7. Here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Bottom of the sixth. First pitch is upstairs. As Braden Morrison, the catcher, leads off for Union Catholic. He made a great throw at the top of the sixth to get a runner caught stealing. He grounds that to third. Throw across in time, one away. So Costello has settled in, getting ground balls. Brings up Chris Wilson, the center fielder, the junior for Union Catholic, batting out of the 3 spot. Mikey Pellegrino on deck. Vikings looking to seal this victory, go to 12-8 on the year. There's a strike. As light rain continues to fall here in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. They've played through it here on the turf. Grounded foul. And that's strike 3. So Costello gets Wilson looking. There's 2 away. That brings up Mikey Pellegrino. So Costello looking for his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. That misses low. If Pellegrino reaches, Adrian Rojas is on deck. There's a strike. 9-7 Union Catholic. That throw across in time. Nice play by the third baseman. So another ground out recorded by Costello. And that's the second consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Costello. End of 6 at Union Catholic 9, Oratory 7. Here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media. Top of the 7th. Santiago Alvarez back out for the Vikings, delivers a strike. And there's a base hit to lead off the top of the 7th. Throw over. Well, short. Valoria to second to Anderson. On the first, not in time. So the Vikings get the force out at second. There's one away. Nice play there by Valoria. Stayed low on the ground ball, got rid of it quickly. Anderson got rid of it quickly, too. Good transfer, throws to the first, but not in time. That's popped up. Valoria's there. Makes a catch, 2 away. So the Vikings 1 out away from their 12th victory of this 2024 season. Alvarez has done a nice job here in relief. Tries to close this out for Union Catholic. The junior right-hander. There's a breaking ball strike. Last chance for Oratory. 2 very competitive games between these two teams. Again, the Vikings won the first one 1-0. And there's a ground ball back to Alvarez. He flips the first in time, and the ball game is over. The Vikings come out victorious today. They defeat Oratory by the score of 9-7. So Union Catholic improves to 12-8 on the season. A big Mountain Division victory for Union Catholic. They control their own destiny in terms of winning the Mountain Division of the Union County Conference. So we'll be back here tomorrow on Union Catholic Livestream as the Vikings varsity baseball team will take on the Bulldogs of Dayton High School. Again, the Vikings lost the first time to Dayton here at Union Catholic. Tomorrow's game was supposed to be in Springfield, but it's going to be here at Union Catholic, so we'll have the coverage starting at 4 p.m. or 4 p.m. first pitch. So we're looking forward to that tomorrow. Another big Mountain Division matchup. Again, Union Catholic Vikings and the Dayton Bulldogs. So once again, the final score today, Union Catholic 9, Oratory Prep 7. Thank you so much for joining us here on Union Catholic Livestream, UC Sports Media.